Greetings, citizens of the internet. You can call me Nitro Indigo, and welcome back to my extremely riveting Let's Play of Pokémon Mystery Dungeon Raid Rescue Team. In the last episode, we went to Stormy Sea, but then I was defeated and sent out for a rescue. Then a Reddit user named Sean081799 rescued me. And in this episode, I am going to show you how to get rescued. Get help. Receive AOK mail. And password. Game link cable obviously won't work because I'm playing on Wii U Virtual Console. Blue Rescue Team has Wi-Fi, but that didn't work until recently when people created private servers for the DS, but I've never actually used one of those. And I remember when I was little, I didn't realise that you had to have a certain type of internet to use the Wi-Fi in DS games, so I used to plug it into this weird Ethernet cable thingy on my computer and it wouldn't work and I would be confused. Anyway, certain letters disabled. I think the reason why O is disabled but 0 isn't is because they look identical in this font for some stupid reason. Oh, I forgot that I thought for some reason that I could use the touchscreen like this was Blue Rescue Team. Oops. Anyway, here is the password. I'll probably speed this part up if Power Director 14 wants to cooperate today because it's not really that exciting. And that thank you mail option is in there. Basically, after you get rescued, you can send someone a present as thank you. And there is some kind of logic to the codes. Like, there's certain string of characters that references what dungeon you're in. I noticed this last year when I kept having to be rescued in Stormy Sea. And sometimes they were several times in a row, so that's why I felt like I was being annoying. Also, sometimes people who are rescuing you will attach an item. Rescue chances left 9, yeah. You can only be rescued a certain number of times. He, unfortunately, did not attach an item. Oh well. The stairs are right over there. I went in a completely wrong direction because of water walls. That's what I'm going to call them. In Case Divinity, they start changing the dungeon layouts a bit so that sometimes I do not want to die again, so I feel like I'm going to create a restore point here. I know it looks a bit unprofessional and it really made one episode of Kirby's Dream Land 3 really boring for me to play, but I don't want to have to get rescued all over again because that would kind of suck. But I'm going to be fair and only make that one restore point until the end of the dungeon for a reason I'll explain when we get there, so it doesn't get too overpowered. Yeah, I really did not like my Kirby's Dream Land 3 Let's Play. It made me realise how slow the game was and how boring most of the side quests are. And not to mention that me just constantly using restore points just completely sucked all the fun out of it for me because it just felt like even more like hard work and it just kind of made me like the game less. Meanwhile, I don't like my Let's Play for Klonoa Daughter Fantabelle because I sound really, like, I don't really have any interesting commentary. I just kind of quote things that Tessellating Hexagons has said, even though I'd played the game before I saw his Let's Play it, so I could have talked with my own experience a bit more. And my analysis of the plot kind of fell a bit flat because I didn't really know what I was talking about and stumbled a lot. And this is Sweet Scent, I'm not going to learn it, but Bulbasaur would have learned at an earlier level. My level went up, the body's getting bigger too. But anyway, and I just kind of there were several episodes where I had to redo the recording because I just sounded so unenthusiastic and I really, and one of them was the first episode, the second one was the one where the Vision 6-1, and it just kind of really made it annoying to edit because I couldn't get the commentary synced up properly in the second case. But I also just felt like I just really could have put in more effort. I sort of want to redo it, but I don't want to make any promises. And I think I'm going to try recruiting this Seedra, so that's why I'm fighting it now. But I don't want to use up all of my bullet seeds. And I didn't. Oh well. Oh no, Powder Snow can be a very deadly move, as you saw with Articuno, but thankfully that missed. Also, I've heard people say that in Rescue Team moves that all moves do the same amount of damage in theory, but I don't know how true that is. Like, the only piece I've seen it claimed was in the comments of a speedrun of Rescue Team that was not done by the commenter was not the person who actually did the speedrun, by the way. I'm just going to keep using these warp orbs because I don't want to have to fight all these opponents now that my leech seed has run out. Bullet seed, sorry, has run out of people. The heal ribbon makes you recover HP faster, but it also makes your belly go down faster. Yeah, I'm going to go back to my restore point. See you back at floor 38, I think I was on. My power is bursting. My infinite power. Oh, you mean infinity energy? My duels against Groudon left us both exhausted. I took a long and deep sleep. All the time I waited for my power to recover. And now, I am on the verge of regaining my power. I am Kyogre, the Lord of the Sea. Witness the destructive force of my waves. Marvel at my awesome power. This boss is Kyogre, obviously, as we just saw. Certain legendaries, in this game are all bosses, and they can be recruited even by not having their friend areas, by just beating them at the end of a dungeon, and you don't have to be standing next to them either. Now, Kyogre here has a 50% chance of being recruited, and while that does get increased by level and stuff, I still want to recruit Kyogre, so I'm going to create a restore point here as well. I almost clicked reset, and I'm glad I didn't. Unfortunately, I only have one bullet seed left, because I didn't want to get killed by Starmies along the way. Also, I don't really like this boss arena. Again, it's supposed to look like the patterns on Kyogre, but it just ends up looking like a void in the middle of nowhere. It doesn't look like we're underwater, while Groudon's boss arena really did look like we were in a cave. How many starting conditions can stack? Because I swear that once in Explorers I was asleep and poisoned at the same time, and that was from using rest, so I might not have been. And actually, I think sleep might override the starting conditions. I'm not sure. There's not really any difference between volatile and non-volatile starting conditions, as Bulbapedia calls them. Also, I wish there was a midpoint in this dungeon because it's really stupid how there isn't. Oh, I just noticed the walls around this cave. I've never seen those before. They look really nice, actually. Still don't really look very underwatery, but still. And you've noticed that some of the lines overlap them. Oops. I didn't recruit Kyogre. Is this one of the Pokemon I have to buy the friend area for or not? If it is, then I'll restart this. I'm going to go check the Wigglytuff Club, so I hope I don't have to go through the whole dungeon again. Oh, it's one that you don't have to buy. Good. So I still have a chance of... do I? I'll have a look. Okay, that basically means that it gets unlocked by beating the boss, so I'm going to go back to do Kyogre again. I don't know what actually trick... basically you can manipulate the RNG by movements. I've sped this up, hopefully, if Power Director 14 is being cooperative. So you'll be able to see that I take different movements in order to prevent Kyogre from using certain attacks, basically. So I'm going to go back there and fight Kyogre. In later games, for the most part, they make most legendaries a guaranteed recruit. I don't know why they didn't do that in this game. Yes! And I'm going to call you Ocean as a pun on Ocean, and it's Sean, the person who rescued me. And that's how you get Seafloor Cave. Next time on my extremely riveting Let's Play Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Red Rescue Team, we shall be doing whatever story mission I can unlock next. Until then, stay interesting, but first I'm going to go check up on Ocean.